We are about to start the 2024 season. What are some of your thoughts on how the team's been looking?
Just excited to get going again. We return a majority of the offense and the pitching staff, and guys are excited and ready to get out and start facing some outside competition instead of having to inter squad against ourselves like we've been doing now since September.
You talked about you return the bulk of the offense. So guys that went to the Super Regional last year, who amongst them are you really seeing stand up as the leader of the team?
Kevin Noriega's done a great job. As an older guy and more of a lead by example than a rah-rah type person. But I feel like he stood out for us, and some of the pitching staff has done a decent job in leading down there in the bullpen and going through their conditioning workouts, and obviously our catchers are guys that are pretty vocal guys also.
And joining them is a whole crop of newcomers, including a group of JUCO transfers that were nationally ranked. How have you seen them adapt to your system?
Yeah, they've bought in great. They're coming from winning programs, and that was a big emphasis for us with recruiting was guys that had been at places that had won. And two of our guys that are coming off a national championship last year in JUCO, and they've acclimated great, and they're going to be big pieces for us. In Felix Diaz and Jimmy Bruno.
What do you see some of our biggest strengths being this season?
I think we're going to hit, with what we did last year being the number 2 offense in the conference, and majority of those guys being back, plus adding the JUCO guys that I just talked about. I feel like we can continue to be that type of offensive team, and I think our pitching staff is going to be upgraded from last year as well.
And last year we made it to the Super Regional, the round of 16. After that type of run, what are the expectations for the team this year?
The goal's been since day one is to get to Cary, to get to the World Series, and we were 2 games away last year, and the expectation is to get through that Super Regional now and go be a part of those 8 teams in North Carolina.
And we start with 2 of the toughest opponents we will have on the schedule to open up the season in Wingate and North Greenville, 2 of the last 3 national championships. Catawba, Washburn, round out the weekend. What are some of your thoughts on these 4 teams coming?
They're all going to be, highly competitive teams, if not some of the best teams in the country. And I believe North Greenville's ranked 2 or 3 preseason in one of the polls that I saw. And, that's what we wanted. Our guys wanted to face the best teams we possibly could early on and kind of test ourselves and see where we're really at. And, if we want to be the best, we got to go beat the best. And that's where it's going to start from game 1 with Wingate.
And 3 games, 4 days. How do you see that really testing the team's stamina and everything?
It's just we're going to get an idea of who can play where, and we're going to have some moving pieces, especially with like you said, 4 games in 3 days. And we're going to find out, pretty quick who's going to be able to get the job done on the mound, whether it's the starters or the bullpen guys. And, we'll kind of, as we go week by week, we'll keep making little adjustments to find the best combination offensively and, rotation-wise versus bullpen guys.
Yeah, Dennis mentioned you don't do a traditional rotation. How do you see that really helping our team out?
Yeah, we piggyback the first couple weekends with our starters, is what we call it, with 2 guys per game, and they're both kind of treating it like a start, and try to keep pitch counts down early in the year. And our message to our pitchers has been, we want you guys fresh, in April and May when things are really on the line, and we don't want to wear guys out early in the year.
And it's a rough start to the schedule, a lot of games in February and March. How do you see that really preparing us for a tough conference schedule?
The SSC is the best in the country, at Division II, in my opinion. And we want to, like I said, play really high-level competition in our non-conference schedule that's going to help prepare us, for the SSC, because every game in the SSC is going to be a grind and a battle.